Twitch, YouTube, we are back with a brand new UK rap reaction here on the channel to Dave's new album, The Boy Who Played Harp. It has been 4 years since Dave has actually dropped an album, which it's hard to think about, to be honest. It hasn't had like the same anticipation as other huge rap albums or some of my other favorite artists in the last couple of years, but like silently in the background, I've been wanting this project. Every time I hear a new feature or song from Dave, I've been craving that album more and more. And here we go. We got 10 songs. We've seen him feature on Jim Legacy's album, who he is going to be on this project. And, you know, we've seen him a couple other times. Central C's project earlier this year I liked. Obviously, he had a project, an EP with Central C a couple summers ago with Sprinter and everything. But it looks like we have James Blake as well on another feature here, maybe a couple of them. And I'm really excited to dive into this album. Let me pop it up for you guys. But yeah, it's been some time. I'm literally just home for 1 day. I was gone over the weekend. I had Cardi concert, college football game, and then we're doing the same thing tomorrow. Literally right after this recording, I'm leaving again, as I was just getting ready for that. I just wanted to quickly hear Dave's album while I'm home, get this video out, listen to these tracks, listen to what vocabulary, what he's got to say, and dissect this album. I've been hearing great things, as I know he is one of the best out of the UK. And so, yeah, it's going to be a moment. It's going to be a moment. I already know. I'm going to be gone for the next few days, and then I'm kind of done traveling, and I'm kind of done with concerts and everything. But I have been vlogging the last few weeks, so make sure to look out for that. All right, enough yapping. Got my announcements out of the way. History with James Blake.
This is God's plan, he said it to me. An angel either side of my bed in a dream, singing, you don't know where you're yet to achieve, and you're destined for some shit you would never believe. Now the garden same size as Adam and Eve's. I got trees, a forest, you better believe. For the bass and the treble, I treble the fee. I can't wish my ex the best, you would end up with me. How can I sleep when there's money to get with a team? You disrespect the 16, your head on the beam. For the lust of the money, the head of the queen. I done shit I didn't think I could ever redeem. I'm from South, where they struggle with saying your name, but it's easy when pronouncing you dead on the scene. So when you see me on these stages stepping in clean, I hope you know it's history.
This production, this song already sounds really slick just from his flow. He's always going to have some nice one-liners in there. Just really excited to hear what he has to say. But really, you know, he's from the South where they struggle remembering and saying your name, but it'll be pretty easy for them to pronounce that you dead on the scene in the news. Damn. Ready for this collaboration, man. I mess with some James Blake as I continue to get into these reactions and get into music more.
And when they talk on my name in this country, they gon' tell you that I'm already a legend. Strut 'em that I'm reppin', clean stepping. Bro, you need to forget it. Fuck eco-friendly, my car eco-aggressive, and my ego aggressive. You better leave me a message. Yeah, you done it for a year, but that ain't impressive. I give a fuck about success if it ain't successive, that ain't. City's gonna listen on repeat. Gone a couple summers, so they miss me on a beat. It don't matter if she pretty.
City's gonna be playing it when I'm gone, baby.
She can't even kiss me on the cheek. Mum said never build a house on sand, but I don't think I listen, cause the villas by the beach, and I did it off of beats. I just whip it and I screech anytime you see my niggas in the streets.
Yeah. That was that confidence on that verse that I wanted, baby. Especially for the opening track. JB in the building now.
For a while, but history smiles on us. Now we're on to something higher. Now hold my hand close. I'm inspired, and I'm holding on.
I was just imagining him and just a piano, and then that's kind of it in the room.
You're still
a couple horns in there too.
My mum told me what my name really means, and the powers just kicked in. Got me thinking back to days when I was a victim to this thing. Thinking I was keeping it balanced. I was even embarrassed, selling CDs in Paris. But this music gave me everything I need in a marriage. I can't speak sideways on grime, jungle or garage. When I know that it's the reason we managed to make. Don't be a hero, I ain't looking to hurt anyone. I got a clean one and I got a dirty one. I never see a man late to his own funeral, but I don't see a man show up early to one. I prefer the one that's slim, but I don't mind me the curvier one.
Dude, the funeral bars are just
coming from the south,
tough.
the river where the sky is black. If not for the history that we made, they wouldn't like rap. Niggas trying to water down our thing. It's time to fight back for 70 hours. I've been stepping with powers, and it's definitely ours. It's time. You mention my name, but I know that you're playing with pepper. He borrowed $1 million, and I told him to pay me and never knew it was different from the moment we came in. And you can quote me, cause I said it verbatim. The woman with me like a Renaissance painting. I'm Michelangelo's David. And anytime you mention me in a statement, you better know that it's
I love how that kind of history continued to pop back in and helped with the momentum of the song. There's just nice backing vocals. I wouldn't want that track any other way. I wouldn't want to open up the album any other way other than Dave and James Blake. Very polished sound. And you gotta think, with Dave taking his time on this album and being so precise with his releases and with his raps, that he spent time on each and every second of this, each and every second of the production and, this experience. That's what I would like to believe. That's what I feel like we're getting here. And this cover too, it almost looks like a book cover. It's like this painting. It's just bright angel. I really like how bright it is though in the center. 175 months. Let me know in the comments how you guys have been enjoying this album.
It's been a couple years or maybe more that I ain't prayed. Even longer, I ain't been to church, God, I'm ashamed. Embarrassed in my ways, but still I'm asking for your grace. Feel like I've been led astray by the drinking and the spirits that take me when I write. And the ladies of the night. Most people, they got demons, I got angels that I fight. Trying to save me from my plight. I pray I make it to the light. South London where we lie. Abdullah died at 16 and I still feel that same rage. Cause we all getting older and he's still the same age. It's his 27th birthday and this piggy's 14. Back when we would all dream. And Stephanie, she lived at 14, and he lived at number 17, and I was number 12. When I used to think that if I skip church, I go to hell. So when they ask about grief and how it feels, I know it well. I missed this 10th anniversary in 2024. I know the value of this picture, we ain't getting any more. Then I go and I get angry, God, like why'd you take him for? He was just a baby, all these emotions that I'm feeling, it's the strength I pray for. God, for anyone that's with us that can vouch, I pray for. Pray that I feel less lonely in this house I prayed for. I pray that. Yeah, with this cross that you bear on me. Can you look after my mum? She probably used her last prayer on me.
Man, his prayers, his calling out to God on this one. He's lost his friend. In 2024, it looks like that was the 10th anniversary. Is that what he said? Gosh, man, right away, just heavy subjects. Especially, like, when you're a rapper and then you get into name dropping, like, whether it's your family or, like, individual people, and they have these lines for them. It's just, it can get so... man. But it's great. Like, the performance is great. I just love the little drum roll. There's like a little sample brought in, almost kind of sound like a Drake beat in a way, but he still has his own spin on it. Now we have this little drop. Man, this one's about to get so good. I get angry, God, like why'd you take him for? He was just a baby. These emotions makes me that I'm feeling, feel for everything he's saying. God, that's what it is. That's with us that can vouch, I pray for. Pray that I feel less lonely in this house I prayed for. I pray that. Like an organ too? Yeah. With this cross that you bear on me. Can you look after my mum? She probably used her last prayer on me. Can't let the devil in. There's repentance in the Bible. God remind my exodus. Feel like we was meant for this. Move mountains and boulders. We at the majors where our parents getting older. May they never need a shoulder. I done shit I can't condone. Wrote sermons on my own. I'm in church, more worried about the service on my phone. And on judgment day, are you gonna riot in my sins? Come my nigga, he got cancer and I'm lying to his kids. God, I'm trying, but it hits me in my heart. I done lost so many niggas that's been with me from the start. Then I pray for quick change and I ain't even tried fast. All I ever did was ask, shattered glass, crucifixes on my chest. Pray to purchase a protect for my church, you cut a check. How am I trying to pray for Congo with these diamonds on my neck?
As a father and as a son, pray that I can show him how to love a woman through his mum, because I never got the chance. And I just want the best for my 3 little nieces that I carry on my chest. I'm praying for my managers, I'm praying for their wives, because God knows that they're the ones that sacrifice their lives. I would have said their names, but God, you know who I mean. I'm praying for my brothers, God protect us on the streets. I had to steak at Carbone and didn't pray before I eat. It's like I call you when I need you, when I don't, we don't speak. Ground rules for my niggas found schools back at Lambeth Town, who I helped him pray, but didn't know that it was on my downfall. So when I'm ice cold, with no blood inside my veins, numbers on my days, when I say I love this life of rain, I'm just praying that my purpose can justify my pain. I'm just praying that my purpose can justify my pain. My mum used to creep in my room and put oil on the cross on my head, anoint me, and probably read a verse like Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, and maybe Matthew 4. The word is
He was obviously very religious growing up and everything. Now he has this situation here with his mother. But then he talks about, you know, if he missed church, thinking he'd go to hell, or like anything that he had done in his past, or if he was, quick to even go buy that watch, or, you know, maybe it was a nice steak dinner and he forgot to pray, or, you know, anything in his past, mistakes he's made in his past, which, you know, everyone has made. He's also, in this song, I feel like asked for forgiveness, or even like questions about that. It's so interesting, this track lyrically.
Mum used to creep in my room and put oil on the cross on my head, anoint me, and probably read a verse like Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, and maybe Matthew 4. The word is my weapon tonight.
That's some very unique production in the background, really, the whole time.
It's been 26 years, I don't know
kept
what
it
I'm
interesting as well.
Well, maybe it's a place to feel your everlasting light, in a world where kids that die get a second chance at life. Christ, I don't know what to say to you. I pray to you, forgive me for the days I had
about
a
those
reason
second
to,
chances
and I had
now.
faith in you. You did it for the sake of me, and how I've forsaken you. I prayed for new shoes and I used them to walk away from you. You made it out of drugs, swapped the pen for the needles, and I just found a different way to poison my people. You could say it's testimony that I'm telling them a story, but how we selling them, the devil still giving God the glory. Can I pray?
He had some shit to get off his chest. We got James Blake again in the production. Boy Matthews.
Can I go on top of the drums? On top of those? Yeah.
Really like when those drums came in. They would kind of switch the production at times too, like just for those verses, and I just really like those touches. There's so many individual tracks that I'm so excited for, even after those first two, because of a couple features that I'm going to learn and know. Oh, cool, Thames was one of them. And then, yeah, there's a couple that I was excited for. The last UK album I did was Jim Legacy's, which I was like a month or two late on that one. Really enjoyed that. Thank you guys for the support as well in the comments as I continue to do more underground reactions, more newer artists here in the channel, and UK artists. And Jim Legacy, I was really impressed by that project. Dave was on there. He was on one of the best tracks. We've heard a couple of his features over the last couple of years. He always walks them down, has his moments. Now we have No Weapons.
Weapons. No weapon that's been fashioned against me shall prosper. My niggas had to take a risk and prosper. What's that for me? And I said,
Go check my CV, hunting on her LV Speedy. She got a BBL. If I put that chick on a BMX now, she really. I got it. If you see me, Amanda, I'm getting too touchy-feely. Yeah, speaking freely, I left it behind. My people need me, and
life never showed me the T's and C's.
Never showed me the decency.
Had no one like Alicia Keys.
Oh yeah, we got that singing from Jim Legacy.
By the evening, please, we don't need them streets, they're the reason. South London, it's RIPs and freezing G's, and I come for my Jesus peace. There's
weapons. No weapon that's been fashioned against me shall prosper. My niggas had to take a risk.
It's so good, bro. The potential I was saying in that reaction.
And I said weapons. No weapon that's been me shall prosper. My niggas had to take a risk and prosper. What's left for me? And I said,
I'm praying for more life, more money, more success, more stacks for them, yeah, more platinum plaques for them. This didn't happen by accident. Any tongue that rise against me gonna fall, and that's why a man can't chat to them. Wait, I'm talking about minimum spend, rude boy, I'm trying to find out the maximum. Jot that down, been there so I can't pop that down. What you know about mum ain't got cash, so you gotta go shopping in lost and found. Slow down, rude boy, you don't know me. Cut through Southwest on a low key. Cordons on my estate, we doing carpool karaoke. I'm in the middle of the party, but I don't dance. In France, I got a sexy one trying to flirt and distract me from the righteous path. Still want one of them Clermont twins. The allegations are dark.
Yeah, that's why I like Dave too, because he will say some funny shit every once in a while. And as an American, like, I've always liked all these dudes' accents, or even, you know, Central C when I was first hearing him, like, multiple years ago, or like all the way. I feel like I started listening to UK rap in like 2020, 2021, sometime around then. And I, even when they just say some funny shit like this, it makes it more funny with the accent to me, like, as an American, if you can understand that, because I'm always jealous of, like, even if it's used in film, whatever, like, of the accent. I think it's so cool. Like, I've jokingly, I guess I was doing it on the Central C reaction this year for like half the video. That was because of my Twitch chat. That was just, I was probably drinking that night. But it's just, when they have these funny lines, it just makes it more funny to me. I've got to find a sexy one trying to flirt, or I've got a sexy one, sorry, trying to flirt and distract me from the righteous path. I still want one of them Clermont twins. I just saw Lone on Friday night on my birthday, live, which was awesome. The allegations are still going.
Sexy one trying to flirt and distract me from the righteous path. Still want one of them Clermont twins. The allegations are dark. But at least I know she gon' do me and my dog. God forgive me, I don't mean that. Let me face my Bible and sing my psalms.
God forgive me.
Nobody read my palms. Ain't none of them pagan beliefs.
There's a religious aspect. Hold on, let me get back to
something I
that.
could give to my kids that I gave to my niece. So her name's on a lease. And my mum sees words of the prayers that we keep, and they sound like
weapons.
That's exactly what I want out of this collab.
My niggas had to take a risk and prosper. What's left for me? Me shall prosper. My niggas had to take a risk and prosper. What's left for me? I was bugging up bitch on the east side, selling like K on the west side, just trying to graduate. I was backing up bitch on the east side, selling like K on the west side, just trying to graduate. I was backing up bitch with the weapons. No weapon that's been fashioned against me shall prosper. My niggas had to take a risk and
Even Jim's lyrics were just on point down to the end. I love that ending with this little soft guitar. I wonder if they made that around the same time as Jim was making his album too, for Black British music. But man, that's really close. Off first listen, I can't tell if I like that one or 3 times more. I feel like I just gotta like finish the projects or listen to both of them back, as I probably will do on my car rides I have still coming up, as I've been traveling so much this month. So cool. Chapter 16, Kano. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I do not believe I've heard him before.
Whack you on the 52nd floor just to take the piss. And somehow we've had to deal with higher stakes than this. You're the reason that I take the risk, had me on your tour team. I studied you since I was 14. I wanna know what life was like in your teens. We shared dreams, and even when we shared screens, I couldn't get no FaceTime. I got questions like, how'd you do it? Do you have regrets? Like, what's your life like? See, mine was like the sun setting, pray the moonshine. It's the prohibition, no ignition.
Who's he looking up to right now? Who's he talking about?
Rum and Red Bull, like Max Verstappen, but the race is different, taste is different. It's adult dances in my pole positions. Young is dying like they saved the game and could reload the mission. Wearing jewelry, heard the plotting on me when I walk my ends of South London. Something you can't teach, straight and common sense. Eating healthy, car we trust our guts more than we trust our friends. Many frauds, lot of men fake, Lord. imitators, innovators. Take that shit to heart like defibrillators. Pa, pa, pa. Mothers shed tears and don't sleep for days, weep for days, and killers celebrate with ID parades. Then you got this C in our face, and this pressure I inherited from you. It sounds funny, but it's true. I loved you on the big screen, but bro, I want you back. Cause what acting game with you, we done lost in
You
rap.
got a lot of years ahead of you. Some years are worse than you and some are better you. If it's not positive, drop it.
That rapping though, that performance, like, oh man, Dave is just eating this shit alive. I mean, my goodness.
But keep a piece
run that
of
back a little
yourself when you're selling you. This game ain't
If it lets me, goddamn, can I run it back? Apple.
Friends, many frauds, lot of men
Thank you, my
fake,
bad.
imitators, innovators. Take that shit to heart like defibrillators. Pa, pa, pa. Mothers shed tears and don't sleep for days, weep for days, and killers celebrate with ID parades. Then you got this C in our face, and this pressure I inherited from you. It sounds funny, but it's true. I loved you
Eating
on the big
healthy,
screen, but bro,
can
I
we
want
trust
you
our
back.
guts more than we
What
trust our
acting game
friends?
with you,
Was
we done lost in
You
rap.
got a lot of years ahead of you. Some years are worse than you and some are better you. If it's not positive, drop it, the streets residue. But keep a piece of yourself when you're selling you. This game ain't for the throne and kings are checkable. It's to be a better you, envy's inevitable. And please take pics with your friends, cause I'm telling you this industry attention will sever crews and a sick turns to an addiction of the jealous Jews. They diss you again like you ain't fed them food. But if you whip Cullinans front of desperate youths, you Chris and a Benz, then the devil's due.
Devil's
Them's the
due.
rules.
The way he
You made
just
it, laying it. This
weaved
nigga
his
knew.
tongue
Let's keep
into
it
that
true. You know
was
your records
crazy.
with protects and jewels. Flexers do what flexers do, and steppers do what steppers do. Beef, looking over your shoulder.
Bro's
every
just
time you
reading
turn
the script,
keys
he's
down.
reading a
Turn the
poem.
other cheek, must the man be the bigger man? I know he's trapped the fire, but that's the massive giants. These be guessing, take it on the chin. You're an Aston buyer, and I'm biased. But my generation got the classic writers. Your gen, that's mostly your pen. You're the rap messiah. You and Simbi, go grab the accolades. That never
gonna say, is that James Blake in the background?
Goated for the glory, couple trophies in my storage. Poor me, Ivan Avello don't rate a man, so be it. I was in 03 on the mic.
So
getting
be
lit.
it. It almost was giving me fucking Pusha T and like one of the best albums this year that hopefully Dave's album is continuing to compete with here because we're 4 for 4. No Wendy's. That was that Clips album, Let God Sort 'Em Out. And like, oh man, like this verse seems like this dude's been around for a minute. I've seen some other names that he collabed with at least, Gigs, whoever. And I'm really liking this flow. Just kind of reminds me of them almost in a
But
way.
never give me, but that's the never story. I ain't goated for the glory. Couple trophies in my storage. Poor me, Ivan Avello don't rate a man,
trophies in
so
my
be
storage.
it. I was in 03 on the mic getting lordy. You think you would have flourished in my era at 140? It's great to break your love with you, swap knowledge. But sorry, I didn't make no time back at Roxy. I watched your sound check that day, I saw promise. Then I came to your O2 show, I saw polish. But during all the pyrotechnics, I was pondering like, do you have family, politics and problems? Can you ever see when you're just someone's wallet? Have you ever smelled when a cousinship turns rotten, Tommy? Do you ever hear from your brother and start sobbing, Tommy? Have you ever touched a million and felt office, Tommy? Have you ever tasted victory and didn't want it? Those 5 senses will make sense to true bosses. I've got a 6th sense for knowing it's truly from it. Bond Street Donny, I know what the same cloth is. I know what the game offers. Raise boffin, make offin, the sunshine till I lay in coffin. Legacy. Will they remember me, Dave?
Well, I guess we don't know. That's why we wake up, go get it by ourselves.
I like how
I'd
they're
love to
just
tell you yes, but
talking
I
to
question
each other like
myself.
that.
Health, wealth, happiness, all somebody really needs. And some water I could give to my seed. Heart cold like Courchevel, Chanel, tortoise shell glasses that I bought this girl toward the world. Love, I can't seem to find it. This is shit I do for women, I don't even like them. Bro, I need some guidance.
Right, bro. I ain't no relationship advisor, but all of this
Bro,
defense won't make you.
I love this. I was asking like earlier, like now I've pulled it up. I'm kind of reading the description too, and it confirms that after hearing both of their kind of first verses, how they are just kind of talking to each other. I was wondering who Dave was kind of looking up to in a way. I think that's so cool, and I don't really know more of their history. Do they have tracks in the past? I think that's really cool. I need to up my knowledge.
David loves a trier, David loves a liar, but even the Harp's half a heart, so I could Cupid fire. Hey, where's she from this time? Do your thing, bro. Every time I see
Kinda
you,
gave
new
each other
ting,
their
bro. 'Cause
flowers
you
in a
know,
way.
Nate, you do a lingo.
Hey, big bro, I don't know where you
Big
got
bro.
that info, but that wasn't me. I need that in record and in writing. But still, I love the game, it's enticing. I moved out west and it's nice, and these days we
Your
driving.
lifestyle bougie. I used to push a silver Porsche with 2 seats,
course
now the
you
max cozy baby seats in an SUV. You know I've been Nige and I never had a goosey.
Blood, what was you eating?
Fried plantain.
You ain't had the pepper suit, G, and it's plantain, but trust me, that's all Gucci. Listen, I was in Jamaica having cow foot soup in the middle of Greenwich like I'm a real ghetto you. Touch Uptown Monday and my Achilles on shoot. I don't fuck with the ganja, still I'm building up a zoo. Got me feeling like I must really have eyes in the back of my head. Range Rover television, the interior red. Fell asleep in the whip, the car, it felt like a bed. I just wanna give thanks for this life that we
Look, mic check 1, 2, 3 school dinners.
I hope they're like
Now we
recording
set
it
up the
together,
sex of
almost
a
the same
living.
mic at
Go funding
times.
to bring back peaceful villains. Cody's 38 years, that's an evil sentence. Like I don't love you no more. Dave, I used to be married to the game. I'm a husband no more. All these SM7Bs ain't for us like before. Mike, Billy, Jean on that, they just discuss couple wars.
And they shortchange us. Paper chasing all good till it's divorce papers. Newspapers, court papers, they all ride my wheels. They gon' talk about your wants till they divide your wills. That's how family feels, growing up so fast. 26, feeling like our lives on timers. Lines in the face, you getting fillers to hide it, and hoes lying about their
Fucking
age like
20,
Nigerian
21,
strikers.
22,
Sorry,
feel like life's
wait,
on timers,
Can I get
man.
this food in containers? Had to move, it was dangerous. Seen beautiful places. Bro, I used to have braces. Now it's my driver that's on a retainer. But that's just testament to God and his favor. And bro, I wanted a favor. Let's see each other more. Catch up and make beats. Cause the fans, they miss you. I know the fans, they miss me. Let's make a track about this dinner and the stamp you gave me and base it on the book of Samuel. Call it chapter 16 if you're down.
If you're down.
So who's gonna get this one then?
It's fire. Now you hear kind of the rustling of the plates and the forks and the restaurant in the background.
That's cool.
So good.
So what's her name? Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Just do your thing, man. But trust me, don't overthink it. Like, it's what it is. If it's gonna be something, it's gonna be something. But I know you. I know what you're like. You're thinking 5, 10 years down the line. Day at a time.
Got time. It's just the third album. It's just the third album. Don't stress out your age, man. I like that. Taking his advice too. Just kind of reminiscing together. All at this dinner, giving each other their flowers. I mean, that's a great track. That's really fun. That's really fun. Now we got Rain Dance with Thames. Like, when I read that, or even after hearing the first couple, or hearing what Jim Legacy already has done on this album, I feel like she's gonna fit in right into this. She was good on Bieber's album recently. I like those swag projects I was checking out. She was on the second one. Yeah, Rain Dance.
Let's get the party started. See you at the bar, you was hardly talking. That's when I knew that your heart was scarring. Friends to lovers need a part to star in. Like, wait, babe, let me ask your pardon. This ain't Gucci, this is Prada, darling. If you want something, you can ask me, darling. And you started laughing, cause you think I'm joking. But looking in your eyes, that's the best thing. Bright lights giving you the red skin. You was in a bad mood when we stepped in. Though you checked out before we even checked in. On the phone, you gon' vent to your best friend, the one who gave me the lecture. But I ain't gon' sweat you, babe. I'm a lecture. Catch up
The
with
friend
your
who
boy,
gave him a
undress you,
lecture.
and let me tell you why I'm a blessing.
The way my mind falling away in my heart. I know you feel the same when you're with me. You
This is what I was talking about.
You're where I wanna be, my darling. Can't you see? I love you. I love you.
Oh,
Telling to you, say you want me in the mood. Tryna hide my feelings for you. Don't wanna argue, not with you. Tell me why you're so in denial. Hold me close, don't tell me goodnight. Are you down and get me? Tell me when you're ready. I'm ready.
We can get into it. we can get intimate. The shower when you singing it, better than Beyonce. I like the sound of fiance. You know it's got a little ring to it, and really when I think of it, growing up I didn't ever see marriages. No weddings, no horse, no carriages. I wanna do things different and change the narrative. God knows you are a wild child, beautiful child. I need your help. Looking like you come from the 90s by yourself. My mom's 60.
This verse, man, like, fuck all this shit. He didn't come from the good stuff. He wants to change the narrative, you know what I mean? He's so smooth when he rhymes things, or has these back-to-back bars, how she's singing in the shower better than Beyonce, but I like the sound of fiance. Oh man, he's just so good at those little twists and turns.
Really, when I think of it,
so on topic here, I love it.
See marriages. No
Thames was
weddings,
beautiful,
no horse,
man.
no carriages. I wanna do things different and change the narrative. God knows you are a wild child, beautiful child. I need your help. Looking like you come from the 90s by yourself. My mom's 61, and her favorite line to tell her son is, sometimes she wished that she had a girl. I wanna take you back to a time, back to a trip. You had that white wine that I never got to sip, and dinner was a ruin cause you never got the pick. I know that everybody tell me that I'm sick cause
dinner was a ruin because he didn't get a pick. Wow. It's the times we live in. With it, the left wrist, I could put my house on it. You want that, babe? I could put my house on it. I could put my spouse on it. I said, shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, 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 yeah. 5'9", brown eyes, and she in the shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, 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 yeah. 5'9", brown eyes, and the shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, 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 yeah. 5'9", brown eyes, and she in the shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, shimmy, yeah. 5'9", brown eyes. What a collab! I love that ending too, man. All those chops we got at the end. See, that's what I'm talking about. Those are the additions and just those parts and the completeness of the track list that it just makes it 5 for 5 so easily. Thames bringing her back in, her doing the chorus. I love you. Singing that was just perfection. I knew she was going to fit into this track so well. Yeah, this album keeps on getting just more and more layers, more and more impressive. And I like that the topics can change from each just verse and from song to song so much. He's covering just some crazy ground right now. James Blake, more vocals again. He's been all over this album.
What if I'm selfish? What if I'm the reason behind it? What if I'm overprotected with family because of how mine is? What if I'm jealous? Maybe that's what's making me nervous. What if my effort of pulling you closer, pushing you further? What if I'm selfish? What if the reason they call me the greatest is also the reason that me and you living on different pages? What if I'm too much? What if I settled and I didn't fight? What if my fear of doing it wrong's the reason I haven't been doing it right? What if I'm selfish?
Ooh.
What if the kids just want to be kids and don't want to live in and out of the news and chill and don't
What if
even
my
wanna
fear
be
of
rich?
doing it
And what if
wrong
I'm
is the
so
reason I
self-centered
haven't
that I
been
don't
doing
even
it
realize
right?
What I could miss, and what if I'm falling in the abyss? Maybe it's yeah. Maybe it's dark, maybe it's day, maybe it's too many nights in LA. Look at the house, it's sorry and still. All of the feelings we hid in the hills. Maybe it's you, maybe it's me, maybe the media or the provoking. Gave you my heart, I laid it bare. Funny you went and you poked it. What if it's better with me out of the way? What if it's better with me out of what if it's better with me out of the way? What if I'm poison? What if I'm cancer? What if I'm dangerous and I'm wild? Look in my eyes and seeing a child. What if he's broken? What if he's scared? What if he's ostracized and vilified? Is he peace? It's just an illusion. Ain't got a home, I live in confusion. What if I'm selfish?
Like just all these questions. I just love how they were able to layer in. It was like some hums and just a little bit more than the piano there in the verse. I mean, just these performances from Dave. Wow.
Can you settle for a second and Let go of your idea of heaven. I know it's a lot, but it might be all I've got. I wanna throw myself in, snap off the mask. I wanna clone that sins and a love that lasts. I wanna skate away, go with you to the carriage. I wanna give you my life, or at least something to cherish. But what if I'm selfish?
I've done a lot of things I regret, like announcing our split on a text. Don't know why, but I still buy gifts for my ex. Watching the stories to see if she checks them.
That's so funny though. I've done a lot of things I regret. Comes back in here, like announcing our split on text, which man, that's I mean, can't feel good about doing that. The one time I had to kind of also do the same thing, get on the phone with the chick. Yeah, I felt really bad, but it's just like I don't know what else I was supposed to do. Like, I'm not trying to drive all the way across town for this shit, dog.
Mess, I don't know if my head's in a game. She told me don't mention her name. I'm suggesting the same. I'ma get through the pain. Wanna see the sunshine, gotta get through the rain. Bag full of trauma, I left on the train. I'm ashamed for the days that I said that I changed. I'm a cheat. Sat in a therapist chair, crying like a baby in the middle of a Harley Street. Like I'm fighting a sickness that I can't beat. I'm this low, and then I go mad. Reflection telling me I'm just like my dad, and this white woman telling me it ain't so bad. Middle of my sentence, she cut me off like, sorry David, we don't have any more time. The appointment till 4 and it's 3:55, bro. I feel like she wouldn't even care if I died. Man, I tried do this therapy shit, man, I tried do this therapy shit, bro. I know, wouldn't even say I'm depressed, but I'm low in the Grove, the casino and Edgware Road. I've got too many sins to atone, and a voice in my head like, at this point where you should have been rich, like, at this point where you should have had kids, like, at this point should have built you a life, like, look around you, don't you feel you're behind, like, look around you, don't you feel you're behind, like, look around you, don't you feel like
probably his most emotional verse and part of the album. So far as he talks about like trying to speak to therapy and not working, and like she like, oh, time's up, she probably doesn't actually care. His mind's racing for all these things. And again, he has mentioned his age. He mentions on that track on chapter 16 how I felt like at the end of that one as well, it was just like, he's looking at his age, like, do you have to have it figured out with your family? Do you have to have a kid by now? Do you know what I mean? It seems like so much on this album, he's been trying to figure out even his own personal things that he's gone through, I feel like, and he's speaking to God about them. He's asking questions about them. He's asked so much about himself, where he's at right now. I feel like he's asked himself so much about that, of where he's at. It's so interesting to hear. I really like what he's been talking about. I feel like it's very interesting. I think just from my perspective as a listener.
At this point, should have built you a life, like, look around you, don't you feel you're behind, like, look around you, don't you feel you're behind, like, look around you, don't you feel like, what if I never find love? Don't know if it's scarier, the four of us two together or being alone. I'm so used to being alone. What if I'm somebody nobody wants? What if I'm damaged, or what if I waited too long and I'm old on me? What if I'm cold on me? What if I cut off the hand that I hold on me? What if I'm rapidly spiraling, tired and jaded? Or what if I'm faded? Or what if anxiety's growing inside me, that I might have left all my besties behind me? Or what if I'm scared as I push 27 that you don't appear in my idea of heaven? Or what if I'm selfish?
This question had all those what ifs. I love how James Blake on his part as well kind of asked that question at the end of his verse. What if I'm selfish? Wow, what a great track. Like, all these collabs are just, in each topic, it's all just wrapped in a present with the bow on top so perfectly. But this line too about, or what if the anxiety is growing inside of me, that I might have left all my best years behind me, and that's the thing too. When I hear that kind of at my age, I look back and I'm like, oh, I was too antisocial, like, in high school. I should have worked harder at this time for my goal on YouTube, or I should have figured out, like, I'm someone who I haven't fully had like a clear path or whatever, like in school, that I've always wanted to do. And so then I look back at that and like, oh, should I have gone to that school? Should I have tried that path or whatever? And I look back at that and I'm not even, Dave's age. It's crazy. Now we have my 27th birthday.
Look.
A series of a lot of
White
songs
fish on the
he's
coast
done.
of the Caribbean, my life is a film. Hero and villain, I'm playing both in a script worthy of Spielberg or Christopher Nolan. Reading a constant overachieving. I know I ain't as rich as the people with old money, but I didn't know money. They mock me online for speaking up on all of our issues and being vocal. The shit that I see on socials, but how can I stay silent when I'm out in Barbados, white people mistreating locals? The villa in Jamaica, but it's owned by the Chinese. Head to the right beach and they're charging us 5 each. They say the Caribbean paradise, like why leave? But how can I be silent when there's blood on the pine trees? Most of us would sacrifice our soul for the right fees. Before I find love, I'm just praying I find peace. Before I find love, I'm just praying I find peace. You know what I believe? I don't know if I handled it well. It's fuck Coca-Cola, did I stop drinking Fanta as well? I can see the blood on the lyrics I write for myself. I cried about slavery, then went to Dubai with my girl. Surely I ain't part of the problem, I lied to myself. Jewels that my people died for are a sign of my wealth. My work is a physical weight on my life and my health. The last couple years,
my work is a physical weight on my life and my health, but at the same time it's like it's yes, but it's like the thing he loves and like how he expresses himself, and he can't find this peace because there's all these things happening in the world while he's literally trying to be on vacation. There's all these things happening to people while, you know, across the world, and it's bothersome.
I can see the blood on the lyrics I write for myself. I cried about slavery, then went to Dubai with my girl. Surely I ain't part of the problem, I lied to myself. Jewels that my people died for are a sign of my wealth. My work is a physical weight on my life and my health. The last couple years felt like I've been inside on a shelf. I just phoned Sench and I said you inspired myself. I don't feel a spot of jealousy inside of myself. But when I'm all alone, I won't lie, I question myself. Am I self-destructive? Am I doing the best of myself? I know I love music, but I question the rest of myself. Like, why don't you post pictures, or why don't you drop music, or why not do something but sitting and stressing yourself? 10 years I've been in the game and I won't lie, it's getting difficult. This shit used to be spiritual. We don't need no commentators, we can leave that to the sports. Just listen to the music, why do you need somebody's thoughts? And some of it constructive, but the most of it is forced. And why we counting the numbers, how the music make you feel? I'm just being real. Yeah. White fish on the coast of the Caribbean, my life is a film. Hero and villain, I'm playing both in a script worthy of Oscar and Hollywood nominations. I'm throwing money at women in different denominations and killing the conversation. All them people told me keep grinding, be patient. It's weird being famous, trying to navigate the spaces. Feel like a celebrity, but you ain't on the A-list. And you never drop, so you ain't really on the playlist. But your fans love you, you can see it on their faces. America feels so close that you can taste it. 2017 was trying to make it to the Rangers. 2025, I'm trying to make it to the Grangers.
I love that he's talking about kind of his position in the game and kind of where he's at, because he's big time and he's going to get noticed every time he steps out, and he's famous like that. And he talks about, you know, that experience even online at times, but he's not that mainstream automatic, you know, Taylor Swift level, you know what I mean, where everyone's posting your new stuff. You're put to the top of the playlist. You're pushed to the absolute top. America's right there. He can taste it. And there's been a lot of rappers and artists, you know, in recent years, this decade, that I've loved, that have been able to bridge that gap. He talked about phoning Sench on this one, being an inspiration to him because he's been kind of locked away and been working on this and tucked away, feeling all these things and going through all these things. And it's just so amazing, this track coming off of the last one and just the subject matter.
How do I explain A-list? And you never drop, so you ain't really on.
But I like when artists kind of cover how they feel too at times about the fame and how it affects them.
2017 was trying to make it to the Rangers. 2025, I'm trying to make it to the Grangers. How do I explain me and my soulmate are strangers that we've already met and I've known her for ages? How do I explain, because I'm running out of pages? How do I explain South London and its dangers? Can't recall the last time that we was all together, but all I can remember the Olympics was in Beijing. Moved to Dubai, that's for the taxes that they take in. Or moved to Qatar, feel the breeze on the beach. But how can I explain to my kids that it's fake win? Free but I'm broke, have me feeling like I'm caged in. How do I explain £2 got you 8 wings? How do I explain my ops lost but we ain't win? Girls I'm around had surgery on their hips. How do I explain that I love her the way she is? How do I explain my feelings on having kids? That it wasn't what it was, but it is what it is. How do I explain my niggas are in the hood and they don't ask for nothing even though they know they could? Cause they rather trap, rob and get it on their own. How do I explain these messages on my phone? I just got a call, my girl sitting in the car, and it said Serge, but Serge with us in the car. I know I might sound like a villain from afar. How do I explain that my mechanic is a chick?
Wow.
Or why is she calling me when I don't even own a whip because my license is revoked? I mean, how do I explain that I don't want to heal?
Did you just like talk about cheating right there?
How do I explain? I mean, how do I explain? I went and hit the streets because I didn't want a boss. I ended up at work, I was barely getting paid. For someone that was 2 years above me in my age, I didn't even find it strange. I mean, how do I explain?
Again with those questions, the how do I explain, the how do I explain. But I like going back to that in the writing.
Yeah. 52 miles from Marseille, I'm in Miraval. 4 years, 17 days, I ain't been around. I can't lie, it even shocks me that I'm still around. I can't lie, it even shocks me how I'm living now. Staring at this Rachel Jones painting, I'm sitting down. The last thing I drew was a weapon, I'm living wild. Turned 27, but I feel like I'm still a child. In this house out in central London, I can barely afford. 6 months sober and I feel like I'm Dave again. Drinking all my pain and my sorrows away again. I got withdrawal symptoms, but they happen at ATMs. Next 2 years, I'll be looking at ATMs. Who's the best artist in the world? I'm saying Thames. Maybe James Blake or Jim on the day, depends. Let's see who quits now, we ain't getting paid.
I love that. I love how he just shout out everyone that has been killing it on this project. No wonder he invited him to be a part of this, because I just love how Dave, also, you know, what he talked about in the last verse, with the whole music industry kind of for a moment there. I just love how he is someone that honestly isn't too flashy or has done too much. You know, it was just like his music is speaking for itself because we know how good he is. Like that was the anticipation. It was the date, it was the cover, it's a billboard, it's the track list. Here's a photo of all the features. Like it was not a humongous like rollout. We're not pushing this single. We're not going for the biggest bit of the features just to have that person on there. We're not just pushing these couple songs. This is not a TikTok one. You know what I mean? Like this is not typical for, you know, every artist even in his caliber, whatever. But I love that, just sticking to the great music. And yes, your fans will be there. People are going to have their reactions, their positive reactions, because that's what I'm hearing. I mean, when you just have great music, it just simply can speak for itself, and then you can be tucked away and you can go work on an album for a couple of years.
Yeah. I'm just here drinking liquor by myself. Is my music just becoming a depiction of my wealth? Never trust a girl who's got screens a picture of herself. I had to learn that shit myself.
His flexes though at the ATM, like just so tough.
I really did this to myself. 27.
He's got like the coldest flexes in rap, I swear.
Kid inside myself, I haven't healed. And me and him debate each other. I can't love myself. I'm made from two people that hate each other. My parents couldn't even save each other, made each other unhappy. Used to be excited by the block, but size doesn't matter. You supplying it or not, sling a shot. I could've really killed a giant with a rock, but that's a life that I forgot. And my young boys are sliding over what? I don't know, cause I ain't spoke to him in time. Ain't afraid of getting older, scared of being left behind. And then I question, will I live my life and resent? Is anybody ever gonna take my kindness for strength? I gave Tisha the world, it weren't enough and then she went. Everybody's making content, but nobody's content. Safe space, can I vent? It crept up. My girl cheated on me when I was next up. It made me want it even more, man, it's messed up. I'm still walking around a veil with my chest out.
That's crazy.
I don't wanna leave my house because I'm stressed out. You done me dirty and you didn't even tell a lie. It ain't about what you said, it's what you left out. My whole life I've been feeling like I'm left out. If you fuck another girl, she say you cheated on her. And if she fuck another man, she say she stepped out. And if you asking about Dave, they say the best out. Yeah, and I survived all these errors, car I barely made any. I'm just speaking how I feel. Yeah.
Survived any errors.
Recorded to the morning,
speaking how I feel. That's all we've gotten on this album.
Joni home and fell asleep behind the wheel. Driving at 100 an hour, I switched gears. I ain't spoke to 169 in 6 years. Don't even get me started on this shit's weird. Call me what you want, but with music I'm sincere. You wanna know the reason it's taken me 4 years? It's not cause I'm surrounded by yes men and sycophants. It's cause I'm with producers and people that give a damn. It's me who's gotta carry the pressure, I live with that.
Yeah.
All I thought about is the song we could give the fans when I was out there getting stood up by artists I'm bigger than. I don't want no girls around when my nieces they visit, man. They might see the way that I'm living, I figured that. I wanna be a good man, but I wanna be myself too. And I don't think that I can do both, so I can't let her too close. It hurts, but I'm still moving. Feel like it's me versus me, and I'm still losing.
Like it's me versus me, and I'm still losing.
Yo, my boy, it's Josiah. What are you saying? You know, man, I had to check you on your fucking birthday, my boy. More life, my guy. Man, soon out. Don't even watch that. What are you saying, though, bro? I know you got space one of them 8-minute, 9-minute tracks to give man a shout out. Tell the people that my story. The man already know what I was on. The man don't know my thing. Come on, bro. I know you got me. Alright, lastly, my sis, Tamar. I beg you check in with her, please. Make sure she's blessed. While I'm gone, make sure she's safe. Hey, soon home, my boy. Love.
Oi. I like when I say that. Oi. Shout out to YT. That was another good tape from this year. Doing his thing. Yeah, that was a great track right there. You know why it took him 4 years? Because he ain't surrounded by all these yes men. He's just like 90% of rappers with that. And then also there's shout outs to all the features on here as well. That was really fire. After, obviously, we heard them all because the next 3 tracks that we have left on the album here are all solo, of course, or don't have any features listed at least. But yeah, let's keep it going. Track 8, Marvelous.
He feel marvelous.
That's how I would describe this album right now. It's been marvelous.
Josiah, only 17, he got that dog in him. I used to see him at my church, it was his
Just heard
martyrdom.
Josiah.
We know this kid for kicking ball and he was hard. He could have made a professional, had a trial, we told him you got a chance. My God, we said the streets ain't nothing nice, he said let's see. He's trying to take a trip and put that to the test. He's trying to turn 4.5 into a 9. Divide that shit into decimals, make it stretch. First time I ever met him, I said he's blessed. But if he can't even keep it real with himself, I'm not shocked if he's lying to me. Ask my young boy what he's trying to be. And he don't want a good girl, he want a hoe. He don't want a good job, he want a gun. And he don't want a kick ball, he want a bar. And he don't
He's just talking about the lifestyle of the man them.
And he don't want to stack bread, he want to bang. How my young boy so different, I don't know, but I pray God guide him. How my young boy so different, I don't know, but I pray he feel incredible. He's showing, man, he feel incredible. Just side trapping 22 and 2, he's terrible. He wanna travel to the States, he's ineligible. Said he's a criminal, now he's doing numbers on his phone. Got youngers of his own. A Glock, the man that bought him, and a Russian of his own. He's got some pagans that he beats.
This is him. God will sort him out. We will get him on the right path.
Cause now he's in a Cali weed, grab a leaf, cocaine, Hennessy, robberies, bank fraud, OT, enemies. He fuck with Aaliyah, fuck Lisa, Stephanie. And he got some cases we don't know if he can ever be. And he look at us like we some people he could never be. We should've never made our youngest hold at 17. All I ever wanted was for you to be a better you. All I ever wanted was for you to be a better me. Fuck about a salary, just side smoking celery. Started recreationally, but now they do it medically. It's weighing on me, that shit weighing on me heavily. I think about it regularly. Josiah's in the jailhouse, in penitentiary on charges that were meant for me. Facing him potentially, but he was just protecting me. Before you think to step to me, just know my youngin' next to me, and God knows. He don't want a good girl, he want a hoe. He don't want a good job, he want a gun. And he don't want a kick ball, he want a bar. And he don't wanna make friends, he want a gang. And he don't wanna stack bread, he wanna bang. How my young boy so different, I don't know, but I pray God guide him. How my young boy so different, I don't know, but I pray.
After everything we heard on the album, now I can understand him placing a track how he's not like these people. He's grown kind of away from them. He talks about on 27th birthday kind of going back. He has friends that he hasn't seen in a while. He has another person he hasn't talked to in 6 years. Why is he not like them? He's grown out of them, but also it sounded like was he still loyal? He's not gonna tell. He's not gonna tell if he is in that situation, or if he actually did face a situation. He's covered for him. Fairchild? So it's track 9.
She was 24. Last week told me something you can't be ready for. I'm on a death of
Oh, no.
violence. I mourn the death of her innocence, let the Henny pour. Some weeks ago she was in a cab. I felt sick to my stomach, cause when I listened back, driver was acting all forward, I should've drawn a line. She wasn't worried about it, it happens all the time. All the time, said it happens all the time. A little conversation, that's just all it is. Ask a couple questions and we'll call it quits. He ain't even have to ask her where she lives. She was headed to this venue with a couple friends, and I was working late, said I'd collect her when the party ends. She got into this no phone party. You know the ones where guys have their phones and all the women there don't. I threw one of them last week, so I don't wanna speak. And when I think about this shit, it cuts deep. You see, tomorrow, she like my little sis. So when I asked her to explain to me the story, she said this. I caught a vibe with a guy and they're from the off, but something
I were there talking about earlier, man. That's crazy for this.
My head. Couldn't even say if I was sober or off in my head. I could have danced for days, wouldn't have been no surprise. But let's have a good night. They turn to have a good nights when all the men start drinking, and then they feel entitled to more than opinions. You know how that goes. A man come to the girls like, fucking, let me get your snap in it. I'll be back in it, fucking, what? What are you doing after this?
Something about all the drunk guys, man. I just love how I mean, there's just like no other rappers that can like literally. I mean, I'm sorry. There's a few out there. Obviously, there's your Kendrick Lamar's, but there's only a few that can actually speak from other perspectives so well. Dave is one of them. But that whole line of the drunk dudes, you know, let me get your snap. They're more entitled, to things other than their opinions. Things getting out of hand that night. That's funny, bro. That's true. That's usually how it goes.
You know how that goes.
At these
man
parties.
Come to the girls like, fucking,
at the
let me get your
functions.
snap in it. Add me back in it, fucking, what? What you doing after this? What you want? What's wrong? Why are you moving so stiff? Come back to the AP, what friend, what? Don't worry about her. You ain't her dad, that's long. I follow her home, call her a cab and what? I feel like I seen you before, what? You from Bex, you know, Thames, fucking. Are you getting back to ends? And I ain't saying that's weird, but it kinda is. She busy throwing up, he's trying to take her to the crib, but that's the culture of the club, right? All games fair. And if she don't like it, why she there? These times she just wanna go home. She don't wanna go alone with no battery on her phone, and all her friends are trying to stay. Cause they're going to somebody's after party in a house that's out the way, and then she blacked out. She was gonna leave with them, but something felt off, and then she backed out. When I heard about the time she tried to make her home alone, she said,
At Archway, I got out the car. It's quiet and I'm walking up this long hill. Faint sound, cold chills. I swear I just heard a familiar voice. Inside of the club, outside of the club. Was it that first cab? I swear I know the voice. Think fast, that's my only choice. He's coming up, I hear him running up. I ran and I tripped, I fell and I buckled.
Oh, no.
My belt in a buckle, my keys in my knuckles. He's grabbing my hair, I'm screaming to stop. I'm hitting him hard, it's turning him on. The burning's gone, my body is so cold. I'm frozen in fear, accepting my fate. His hands on my waist, I think that I threw my keys in his face. I ran and he chased, I stumbled on a group of three that were leaving. I ran towards them, didn't notice that my feet, they were bleeding. And that's when I called, praying that you be there recording. The only person that I know who's up at 3 a.m. I sound mad, but if you ain't a girl, I guess you don't know the feeling of watching what you wear because you're worried about making it home. Walking with your phone to your ear and you ain't on the phone. Can't walk on the same side of the pavement alone. Everyone's a fucking good guy and they're making it known, but I'm just making it known that if you ain't a girl, I guess you don't know the feeling of checking the child lock or seeing the air tag. A 5-minute walk home feeling like 5 miles. Maybe if these people would police our cities where they police our bodies, then maybe fucking hell. Maybe every woman that I know wouldn't be stuck as well. Danger doesn't look like no killer in a mask.
I like that Dave starts speaking too now.
And guys that feel entitled because you're standing in a section.
This whole story too is crazy. Like, is this all like real? Like, is this the girl that he was talking about earlier that he knew? Now she's on the track. I really didn't want it to go that way when she started speaking. And then she heard someone behind her, and then she gets into detail of this whole thing. But then, like, that's just so gross too. The gross thing she said, like the aggression, like, cause she tripped and fell. And then when she was getting grabbed, and she was hitting him and screaming and all that, like that retaliation. But that was turning him on. Like, that was just, man. Accepting, like her saying, I had to accept my fate. His hands on my waist, like, oh, man, Jesus, man.
And guys that feel entitled cause you're standing in their section. Short-tempered men, the ones that struggle with rejection. I knew a girl called that was in so deep she thought violence was affection. I know some women wouldn't want a man's help because so many of them want the same reward for their protection. Danger doesn't look like no killer in a mask. It looks like that kid in the group chat that jokes about. And he won't ever stop because there's no one to correct him. And he might even do it because the system will protect him. Algorithm gonna find some people just like him. They hate women too, okay, yeah, fuck it, let's connect him. Homicidal, femicidal shit when they're suggested. Somebody just asked you on a date, it was your dentist. He just went downstairs and got your number from reception. Used to be nice, said I remind him of his little girl. 2 weeks later, he wants a sexual connection. Danger doesn't look like no killer in a mask.
Danger doesn't look like no killer in a mask. It's those everyday people.
Solitude or fortitude. Try and humanize you. She could be somebody's daughter. You, as if that's the reason that them fellas shouldn't slaughter you. God forbid that they offend the people you're belonging to. Objectify you just the way I do in every song. Tomorrow's never wrong. Can't trust guys. She never lied. No men aside. The femicide. The cat calls. The long stares. The kind words. The lines blurred. Call her out. Impersonator, who know a victim, don't know a perpetrator. Am I one of them, the men of the past, who catcalled, I spoke in the bars, I'm complicit, no better than you. I told stories of, got sit on the fence, there's hardly an option. You either part of the solution or part of the problem.
Either part of the solution or part of the problem. I mean, the subject matter. That one, like, for the album is so story-based. I don't know if it's one that I, like, would fully go back to, you know, to play, but, like, certainly for the album and the experience. But we've gotten dark. We've gone that direction a couple times. It was, again, just everything's been backed by very nice instrumentals. In the places Dave's gone, things he's talked about, whether it's for himself or not, have been just deep. Last track, the title track. 10th one. What a track list.
Yeah, I sometimes wonder, what would I do in the next generation? In 1940, if I was enlisted to fight for the nation. In 1960, if I
these are the raps I want to hear, though. These are real thoughts of men, dude.
Could live a life that's peaceful. Would I be on that? Would I be front line? That's what I'm thinking. If I was alive in the 1912 and the Titanic and it was sinking, who am I saving? Am I fighting women and children, or am I waiting? I wonder. What would I do in the next generation? Battle of Kabbalah. If they captured me for the sake of my father, would I stand on my honor like Hussein did and then tell them to make me a martyr? Would I get smarter? Forgive my oppressor, stick to the creed. If I got locked inside like Nelson Mandela but never was freed, I see a white man dance to rumba. Ain't studied Patrice Lumumba, but get on the stage and sing like Sumba, like Jaja Sumba. Fuck it. I wonder, what would I do in the next generation? Would I fight for justice? Is it the reason my mum named me David? How can you be king? How can you be king? Don't speak for the people. That man try draw me out and compare like me and these niggas are equal. I'm a black man and this bozo saying my music's socially conscious, while the man them trolling responses. This world's gone totally bonkers. I sometimes wonder, what would I do in the next generation? But I'm knowing the answer, cause what am I doing in this generation? Afraid to speak out, don't wanna risk my occupation. We got kids under occupation. Our parents, they wouldn't get that. The people that died for our freedom spoke on justice, couldn't accept that. I talk about the money in all my accounts, so why don't I speak on the West Bank? Remember, growing up prejudiced, the damage 7-7 did. Extremists and terrorists, I was afraid of the Taliban. Can't speak out on illegal settlers now, I'm afraid of a shadow ban.
I'm afraid of a shadow ban. Damn, dude, that's crazy. And that is something, too, now that we're speaking on things online, goofy people speaking on his music, the internet, the fucking world we live in. I've had so many thoughts of this, and, like, social media has been so toxic. As much as I love it, and I've been on it as I've grown up, or I feel like I've been on social media, YouTube or Twitter, even for a decade or whatever at this point. It is crazy how at this point, or as I get older, I finally realize like the toxicity of it and have had plenty of things to say. But yeah, this track is so interesting with his questions of like what he'd do in other generations, or if he was enlisted in war and all those things. Like, I have just not heard rappers speak on that. I think it is so cool. But he knows the answers right now. He's getting that paper right now. He's setting the tone. He is one of those artists from this generation right now. Is the movement right now, and I love that. I love how it has, from the first track, been able to speak just so confidently. I mean, he's always been so good at that.
The damage 7
Showed it on this album.
Extremists and terrorists. I was afraid of the Taliban. Can't speak out on illegal settlers.
That's how political things get on Instagram, everything now,
what would
though.
I do in the next generation? Critiquing African
I feel like I'm fucking shadow banned at this point, or I just fell off on my YouTube channel.
Feel us. I question what I'm alive for. And can you say you're alive if you ain't got something you're willing to die for? What am I willing to die for? What am I doing in this generation? I get in my head sometimes. I feel like I'm in despair. That feeling of total powerlessness. I get that sinking feeling that good ain't defeating evil. I put that pain on vinyl, but feel like that shit ain't moving a needle. Retweeting people, raising awareness. In all fairness,
he's trying.
Ain't gonna bring Chris back to his parents, but there's no other option. It's a process, gotta stand and protest. Cause they want man silenced, cause they want man dead, or they want man hopeless. In the next generation, I spoke with my ancestors in the night and I showed them. They spoke with tears in their eyes for the brothers they lost and said it was progress. How can it be progress? I asked them, confused, disgusted. They said, David, just so you could fight this, you know how much suffering touched us. And you got a chance. We come from a time and a place where you couldn't get justice. Had to find peace in the fact that we all answer to the one that we trust in. And in our generation, we did do peaceful protests just like you. Burnt buildings just like you. Did boycotts just like you. Sat in a hostel, powerless, did feel powerless just like you. And I know that it may sound strange, but we made some change and we're just like you. I know that you question your character. I know that you suffer in silence. I know that it don't feel right when you go to the club in Victoria Island. Cause how can you dance in a club there's 100 people begging outside it? I know the sins of your father. I know that you're desperate to fight them. So step in your purpose. Speak for your people. Share your secrets. Expose your emotions. You might not see, but it's people that need it, never demand it. And if God can grant it, manifest it and receive it. Your name is David, and that covenant's sacred. You got a promise, so keep it deep.
That's so fire how much he mentions his name David and the purpose of it. Being laid up in the hostel, speaking to his grandparents here. I know the sins of your father. I mean, that is, or one of his grandparents maybe. I mean, that is just crazy. Giving that older perspective now from what we had and what he was talking about at the beginning is just nuts in these song concepts. But these messages that he's receiving from his grandparents, one of them maybe, is insane.
But there's no other option. It's a process. Gotta stand and protest. Cause they want man silenced. Cause they want man dead, or they want man hopeless. In the next generation,
we still were protesting back then, just like we were now. We still fought for things just like we do now. For that justice. For this world peace.
Just so you could fight this, you know how much suffering touched us. And you got a chance. We come from a time and a place where you couldn't get justice. Had to find peace in the fact that we all answer to the one that we trust in. And in our generation, we did do peaceful protests just like you. Burnt buildings just like you. Did boycotts just like you. Sat in a hostel, powerless, did feel powerless just like you. And I know that it may sound strange, but we made some change and we're just like you. I know that you question your character. I know that you suffer in silence. I know that it don't feel right when you go to the club in Victoria Island. Cause how can you dance in a club there's 100 people begging outside it? I know the sins of your father. I know that you're desperate to fight them. So step in your purpose. Speak for your people. Share your secrets. Expose your emotions. You might not see, but it's people that need it, never demand it. And if God can grant it, manifest it and receive it. Your name is David, and that covenant's sacred. You got a promise, so keep it deep it. That man talking the thing, but I bleed it. Man wanna speak on the scene, but I've seen it. Tried in the fire, but I get some anointed. Kano passed me the torch, I received it. God told me I'm the one, I believed it. Shout hollow man, cause he helped me achieve it. I'm the youngest of my brothers. Father, he's the burden on our mothers. Give these niggas money, see their colors. Don't mix me with them, I'm not the one. Grind and miss the summer when it comes. I'm Abraham, I sacrifice the son. Where I'm from, they sacrifice the son. Hold up, I ain't finished, I ain't done. My ancestors told me that my life is prophecy. And it's not just me, it's a whole generation of people gradually making change. They ain't a greater task, shift that, make a name, make a start. They'll know what they're facing when they ask. With the will of David in my heart, the story of the boy who played the harp.
Oh, he literally was like, hold up, I ain't finished. Had to give us 20 more seconds. I mean, that was just perfection. I mean, can we just clap it up for David? That was just a great experience in the last hour of this video. Yeah, he did not miss on a single track. I can see why a couple people were asking me to get to this album, and I was so excited to listen to it. There was a lot of other music that dropped on my birthday and other projects and everything I wanted to cover. I wanted to make sure I left this for, its moment. I didn't want to, check this out or something after a whole bunch of other music, and I didn't want to start this thing on stream at 1 a.m. or whatever. It had to be right now in this moment. I really like what he was talking about on this album. I resonated with a lot of it. I was hearing a lot of it, and the features, the people he brought on were so impressive. This UK scene is so impressive. Like, I was thinking of even artists like Pink Panthers. Like, she's probably like my favorite like female artist, I'd say. Like, I'm not even joking. After the last few projects and mixtapes she's had this year, there's been some underground scene earlier this year. I know it kind of started, I feel like, earlier this year or in December, my UK reactions heavily with Conglomerate. I know those artists, like, we've done a few drops from them, but we haven't had too much new stuff from guys like Lancey or whatever. But I have a project on my list, as I have a long list of reactions to get to before the year ends. We got, still a couple of months, obviously. And I know there's, a couple other boys on there that they've had a little bit of music. I'm still getting caught up on them. We've given a shout out and, heard of a lot of other great artists like the Jim Legacies. And gave the YT shout outs, and Sencha's album was great. Dave, like, I'm just so happy they both dropped full big albums here in 2025 after hearing what they did in the summer of 2023. That was kind of also part of like a teaser to their next albums in a way, and so we finally have them. We're here. Dave is arguably the best UK rapper. I think if we're talking skill wise and everything, he is. And I cannot wait to continue to do more projects. We're hearing like James Blake on this, and I'm sitting here like I want to do. There's full albums from him I want to do. Like, I have talked about, I've done a lot of Yachty reactions here on the channel. Big fan of him. He obviously had an album with James Blake a year and a half ago. I'm a huge fan of that, and I haven't listened to too many James Blake songs, and I've heard a few of his stuff, but I've literally always hear him on these features or when he's featured on Utopia by Travis Scott, like all those like just big collaborations and stuff he's been a part of. But even guys like him, I want to go back and react to some of his albums, and there's some very highly talked about albums that I have not gone and heard from James Blake or even Dave. Like, if you go look at his essential albums right here, out of the 3 he's dropped, I've not heard Psychodrama. I might have heard like one off of it, but We're All Alone, in This Together was a great project in 2021. I remember I was kind of put onto that because of John Denton. He's one of my favorite YouTube reactors, kind of one of my inspirations in this shit. He's obviously from the UK. I love the UK and what y'all are doing over there. If you're from the UK, shout out to anybody that's a ColeFrosty supporter, from across the pond. I know there's a few people. We got a few people in Europe, Australia, a few people. Obviously, that's across the world. I trust that my geography is decent, man. I swear. The boy who played Harp, though, I mean, one album. There's so many projects at this point this year, even a lot of those UK ones that I've mentioned just now, that I want to say are like top 10 this year. But like, genuinely, this is such a well done album. Like, I am so impressed. Like, all 10 songs, he's putting that pain on vinyl, but he's not moving the needle, he says. But I think he will move the needle, like, with his sound. I think he did, and his impact, and I think that will continue to carry, like, with his fan base and in the rap game. People are going to continue to see that because these projects are nuts. I think he's going to keep going up and up and up, and like those moments with like Sprinter and like making like the biggest UK rap song ever, that helps. That helps getting new fans too. And honestly, he's probably a fun performer. Seems like a good guy from what I've seen. I'm just becoming such a big fan of him in the last few years, and then now that I have another album, I feel like first listen, I'm not gonna lie, maybe it's just recency bias, but I just thought the 10 tracks, the artists that I'm more familiar with and kind of in tune with the feature list and stuff, even if it's artists like Thames, I think just those additions to the track list, the Blake James having him multiple times on this one, Like all that stuff helps out. I thought the subject matter is continuing to change even from track to track, you know, from 6, 7, 8 to 9, like was just nuts, all the way down to the end. And I'd say this is just put together and even slightly more consistent than we're all alone in this together. Although you have Verdansk on there, obviously. You know, the WizKid feature was really sharp. And then Survivor's Guilt, 20 to 1. I don't know why that was always one of my favorites. It's kind of a good winter album, this album. But Psychodrama I've not really heard before. I feel like, is one of these songs on GTA or something, dude? I feel like there's an old Dave track that's on GTA. I feel like there's one that a lot of old Skepta stuff. I remember hearing that on the radio. Like, that show was actually helping me get put on to, like, I feel like Skepta was one of the first rappers even before then. I feel like the 2020 or quarantine era when I said I started listening to UK rap that I knew. Other than that, like, yeah, I only would have known just a few legends, to be honest. But now, 2025, we got guys like Dave that are putting out impressive bodies of work. I could not give more flowers and respect to him, everyone that worked on this project, and that whole scene out in the UK, everything I've talked about to wind down this video. Yeah, I'm going to get out of town once again. Cannot wait to listen back to this album. Appreciate you guys for recommending this one. And yeah, more UK reactions. And, just want to mention kind of some other stuff on the horizon or some other stuff too at the end of this video that I wanted to check out. But yeah, thank you guys for the support on all these videos. And in the comments down below, let me know your favorite track off the boy who played Harp. I haven't seen too much conversation because I wasn't really on my phone or just, missed some things this weekend, but I definitely can't wait to see other people's reviews and what they're saying. This is a great project and one of the best rap albums and one of the better albums this year, as the UK will have multiple spots in my end of the year list, top 20, top 25 list, whatever I end up doing. This year has just been amazing. And so I will be playing a lot of these tracks back a ton, especially No Weapons, Rain Dance for sure, 175 Months. There's some good replay ability, in some of those tracks, as well as the ones where Dave's kind of just talking and flowing on a piano. I like being in that mode with the headphones on, just listening to some just rap and some bars sometimes too, the conscious stuff, because that's really where a lot of the quality is. As much as, we love our Uzis and our Playboy Cardis and whatnot, the newer rappers, or at least some of the guys from the US, like in the last year, I've not been overly impressed with some of the sounds. As I've stressed on some of these projects I've reacted to, like when I listen to this stuff, it's just, I know this is what I like and this is what I want to listen to more of. And if I'm reacting to hip hop on the channel, I'm not trying to have my ears blasted and just listen to these shitty rappers and their 20-track albums all day. At the end of the day, I know the albums I like, and I've listened to enough music at this point. Like, it's artists like this and rappers like this, projects like this that I want to react to and cover and push for sure. But yeah, like I said, comment down below your favorite song. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. Subscribe to my second channel for more reactions, more Dave reactions and stuff out of the UK. More videos and streams from me. Normally I'm on Twitch and live and whatnot, but you guys can be a part of the chat if you guys come join the Twitch, join the Frosty Flock on Discord and everything. Socials up in the top corner. It's kind of everything I have to announce. Thanks for listening and watching. Love you guys. Peace. More videos on the way.